Hi, my name's Damon Mirate, and welcome back to Twisted Pair. In this episode, we're going to be going over the mpower stud mount. What we're going to be talking about, how to tighten one down, the specific different ways. I'm going to show you a couple different techniques that you can use, and also point out a couple things that you shouldn't do. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to repair this spoiler kit. We're just going to put a new light on. But I want to show you a couple different issues that you could run into depending on, what tools you're using. And I also want to show you the proper tool to use for securing this to this. So we're going to start by getting this inserted and putting your nuts on. And first, we're going to start with the tool that you shouldn't use. So there's really, because of the size of the threads and the nut, this is like a 632, and in some cases it might be metric, but because of that, it's really tiny. I mean, there's not a lot of give there. There's not a lot of strength there. So the one tool you really don't want to use is an impact, and here's why. All right. See how fast that was? It broke it off in no time flat. So you don't want to use an impact for that. That's definitely not a warranted condition. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The other thing is, when you use an impact, you really can't feel if you're cross-threaded on this. So if you started cross-threading this, the impact is going to go ahead and take that and break it for you and make it, again, a not warranted condition. So we really don't want to use an impact for this kind of light. So let's go ahead and take this one off. So now I'm going to show you the tools that you can use. So let's grab another light here, and we'll get this one started. Grab a couple nuts. So there's quite a few different tools that you can use. So we're going to start with the ratchet. Now, when you're using a ratchet, you see how close I am to the edge of the ratchet. I'm really not even using the handle. I don't want to get too much leverage with that, and the handle can create a lot of leverage. Now, some of you may have like a thumb type ratchet, like this, and that does the job too. Now, you're not going to get a lot of leverage, and really what we're trying to do is we're trying to just get it down to where it's kind of just snugs up, and you're going to kind of just feel it when it happens. It'll snug up. You can see I'm really close right there. Like, as soon as I can't turn it fairly freely anymore, maybe that much more, 16th of a turn, maybe an 1/8 turn more. That's it. That's all you need to do. So that's one tool you can use. Now, if you really want to get precise, you can use something like this, which is this is a split beam type torque wrench. And the way these ones work is you put a socket on the end of it, and as it tightens down, it's going to kind of flex and tell you where you're at. And the target number for these studs and nuts is about 15 inch-pounds. You can also use a standard type torque wrench if you want to go that route. I find these like way overkill for something like this because, again, we're trying not to lever the thing, and by the time you're swinging it all the way down, then back up, and then down, you're going to have a hard time feeling that click on this one. So now we do have other types of torque wrenches that you can use. So I'm going to show you an example of that. This is an inline torque wrench, and it's made by Fix-It Sticks, and there's quite a few. These are called torque limiters. And you'll typically find these in the firearm industries or in bicycling, actually. So both those industries, they tend to use tools like this. But the way this one works is you just get it onto the tool there, and you're going to kind of see right here. Let me pull that up a little bit. As I twist the one line, let's get to the point where it starts to torque. There it goes. You can see the 15's almost lining up. And there it is. Okay, and then it'll spring back. So that's telling me I'm right at 15 inch-pounds. So that's another tool you can use. But to be honest, my favorite tool is probably just a nut driver. So you want to get a hollow nut driver and just put it on there and go. And I mean, most times you can just kind of tighten this down by hand. And really, again, all we're going for is just snug. And it really doesn't take that long. There it is right there. I'm tight now. So if I wanted to make it a little tighter, I could, but it doesn't need to be any tighter. All we're trying to do is just prevent it from moving up, down, or falling off. So That's it. I mean, that's really the basics of tightening up an mpower stud mount light, without breaking anything. So, or in the case that I showed you how to break something. So, all right. Well, that's all I've got for today. Till next time.